Nidhi Bagaria, please introduce yourself and tell us where you're telling from, and then please tell us a story.
Very good morning to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening in whichever part of the world you all are. So, a big thank you to Eric for curating this wonderful festival and giving us the platform to come forward and share our stories. Uh, so, my name is Nidhi, and I'm from Mumbai, and I am an educator. So, I started off as a teacher, and that's where I came across the magic of stories. And I always came back to stories again and again and again. So stories are an integral part of my life. And so when I had to select a story for today's narration, it was quite, I was like searching here and there. And there I came across a folk tale which really resonated with me and how I have always come back to stories. So I hope you enjoy it as well. So, yes, I'll begin with my story. The stone cutter was working on the mountain on the stones very well with his tools. He used to cut slabs of stones for gravestones and for houses. He knew the stones very well and he knew which stone would go for what. He was a very good workman and hence had very loyal customers. For a long time, he was very happy with what he did. And he never thought once that there could be something else. Now, on the mountain, it was heard that there lived a spirit. And this spirit came many a times to the men to help them to become more prosperous and more successful. Though this man had never seen the spirit, and whenever there was a talk about the spirit, he would just, you know, just let it go with unbelieving air and he would smile it off because he had never seen it. So, how would he believe it? But soon this was changing. One day, the stone cutter took a gravestone to a very rich man. As he entered the rich man's house, he was amazed at the richness, at the furniture, at the bed, at all that the rich man had. And he envied it. He looked at the bed and saw the beautiful bed with bed sheets, the curtains, the golden tassels. And oh, he so wished with envy that, oh, I wish I was a rich man. And I would definitely be very happy. Now, having done the work and didn't feel like doing anything more that day, he left with his tools towards his home and once again thought about it. I wish I was a rich man. I would definitely be very happy if I was one. And suddenly he heard a sound. Your wish has been heard. A rich man you shall be. The stone cutter looked here and there, wondering where did the sound come from. Maybe that was just his fancy, thinking that he started off with his tools towards his house. As he reached there, to his utter amazement, his house had turned into stately palace. And when he entered inside, it had all the luxuries that he had ever dreamed of. And most of all, there was the bed, just the way he wanted it, the way he had thought about it. His joy knew no bounds. He thought, I am the happiest man. His old life was forgotten and he started to enjoy his new life. Few years passed by. It was getting summer and it was scorching hot outside. Everything had become dry. And he thought, today I will stay inside till evening because it's too hot outside to step out. He had not learned how to amuse himself, and so he didn't know what to do. And hence, he peeped out of the curtains to see what was happening down on the street. And there he saw a carriage of a prince passing by with men in blue and silver dressed in front of the carriage and behind the carriage. And somebody holding a golden umbrella on top of him so that the rays of the sun would not reach the prince. Oh, how I would love to be a prince and somebody would hold an umbrella for me. I would be the happiest man. And so the prince, he began and he enjoyed all the luxuries. He had everything that he could ever desire. He had men in front of him, behind him, carrying him around, doing what he wants. A person holding an umbrella over him. But he still was looking around for something more. And that's when he saw that the land that he watered, even though he watered it, the grass had dried. It was scorched. Even though there was an umbrella held over him, his face had become browner and browner. And that's when he said, oh, are the rays of the sun mightier than me? Then I would like to become the sun. Oh, how happy I would be. And the mountain spirit said, your wish has been heard. The sun you shall be. And then he became the sun, majestic in his power and so proud of himself. He threw the rays up and below to the earth and the heavens. And he scorched the fields and tanned the skins of the prince and the poor villager folks. But now he got bored with his power. What else could he do? And suddenly there was a cloud which covered his face, and his rays could not reach the earth. And he said, oh, is the cloud mightier than me? Then I would like to become a cloud, the most mightiest of them all. And the mountain spirit said, your wish has been heard. The cloud you shall be. And then he became the cloud, a mightiest cloud. And his joy was unbound. He held the sun rays in himself. And soon he poured and saw how the earth had become green and the flowers blossomed. But that was not enough for him. And so he poured and poured and poured. The villages got flooded. The rice fields were full of water because it was not enough for him. But to his amazement, he saw the mountain, which was made of rocks, was unmoved, standing strong and in its power. The rain had not affected him. And he said, "Oh, is the mountain mightier than me? Then I would like to be the rock of the mountain. And how happy I shall be." And the spirit said, "Your wish has been heard. The mountain rock you shall be." And there he turned into the huge rock mountain, sturdy and strong and feeling very powerful. The sun rays could not heat him. The rain could not disturb him. "Oh, this is the best of all. I am the happiest of all," said the mountain. Suddenly, he heard a sound at his feet and he looked down. What could it be? Oh, it was a stone cutter who was using his tools to cut out a piece of stone from the mountain. And before he could do anything, he started to tremble and a part of him fell off. And with a wrath, he said, "Oh, can the sun, can a man be mightier than me? Then I would like to be a man and I will be happiest of all." And so the mountain spirit said, "Your wish has been heard. You shall be a man once again." And the stone cutter became a man again, working on his mountain with his tool, with the sweat on his brows, with his hard bed and scanty food. But he had learned to be happy and satisfied with what he had. He no longer wanted to be something or somebody else. He no longer desired to be mightier and bigger than other people because he realized that he was fine the way he was. And he finally found the contentment in his soul. I'd love to end this with a small poem. Uh, if I could be someone, who could I be? My mother, my father, or someone who's free? I wish I could be someone who's different in all ways, someone who's rich and famous or has those days. If I could be someone, I would choose to be free, choose to be filled with joy and glee. If I could be someone, I know exactly who to be. Unique and different from all, I would choose to be me. And this is something that really resonated because storytelling is what has made me who I am. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Beautifully told. Anybody? Thoughts?
Thank you so much, Nandita.
Rajan?
Yeah, uh, Nidhi has told Eric, you told very nicely. It's a very simple story.
Yes,
Can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes, it's
yes,
good
yes,
if
we
you lean
can.
forward. Speak close to the computer.
yeah. So it was very nicely told. I like it because this is a story of chain events. This goes to that, and that goes to that, and here it has come a full circle.
Yes.
So he started as a man, and he thought the other thing is better, other thing is better, kept on going, and come back. So the story is nice, uh, but he told very softly. And, it created interest the way you told the story, and rightly connected to the poem. So after all, it's me.
Yes.
Nice story. Who has written that poem?
Like,
Who has written that poem?
sorry.
Whose poem it was?
Okay, so I found it from the net. There is no, it's anonymous. There is no
Right.
author for it. Yes.
Who are the anonymous poet? Good. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much for these words. Yeah. Thank you so much, everybody, for these wonderful words. Thank you so much, Eric, for this opportunity. It was really wonderful. I enjoyed myself.
Thank you very much.